We are starting in 15 seconds. We're starting in 10 seconds. Have your mask and some hydration next to you. That's all you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are starting. I hope you guys got your warm-up exercises from today's session. Welcome to session 2 of 4 for our glute series. Alright, igniting the glutes, getting them to activate, support all the everyday tasks we're doing at home today. Currently, your fingertips and your fingertips drop and that's it. All right, ladies, have your mat.
Can you guys hear me now? Matt.
Yes, much better.
Thank you. All right. Welcome to day 2 of 4 for our glute series. I hope you guys got your warm-up exercises in that we did on day 1 yesterday. We are going to start with the toes active, and we are going to do a push-up. Yes, a push-up, because you should be working the glutes on those push-ups, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do, if you haven't already, this will be your set 1. For those of you that have already done this, this will be your set 2. Have your toes active or inactive, whichever one you want. I want you to, right now, tighten the glutes and tighten the abs. So abs and glutes, remember that pelvic tilt. So we're tilting forward just a little bit. Okay, you're gonna come down onto the heels and then up with that pelvic tilt, holding that pelvic tilt up. You're holding a little mini crunch. Shoulders are back. We're squeezing the glutes together and up at the same time. So we're squeezing the glutes in and up. Squeeze. Good. Let's go. 6 more. 6. Good. 5. 4. 3. Good job. 2. Last one. And 1. Good. Remember that position. See this position right here where we're nice and straight. Pelvic is tilt because the glutes are tight. Abs are tight, so the rib cage is down. Shoulders back. We're going to hold that with our push-ups, okay? Making sure the glutes are working. Right now is when we train those glutes to work, all right? So get in that position. Pelvic tilt. Toes can be active. Everything tight. Abs tight. Glutes tight. You're going to come down, down, down. Now with those glutes. Glutes tight. Come up. Good. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze those glutes. Good. Now come back. Walk it up and up. Good. Walk it out. Glutes tight. Down. Up. Walk it up. Sit it back. Now pelvic tilt. Glutes up. Good. Hands down. Walk it out. Glutes tight. Come down and up. Good. Walk it up. Glutes back. Pelvic tilt up. Good. Hands down. Pelvic tilt. Good. Down and up. Abs. Walk it back. On the heels. Glutes up. Tight. Down. Glutes tight again. Down and up. Good. Hold those glutes tight right there. Okay? Extend a leg. In and up. Good. Up and down, I mean. Toe touches. Heel goes to the ceiling. Try to keep a nice straight leg. And you're doing that pelvic tilt, okay? So when you're here, tilt that pelvis, okay? Tailbone is facing out, even when you're in that down position. So you're on that knee, okay? Pelvic tilt, tight abs, tight glutes. In and out with that one foot. We're still working that one side. Feel that glute right away. Good job. Nice. Now get onto that other side. Get into that nice plank. Pelvic tilt, straighten the other leg, down and up. You should feel your glutes. You feel that glutes? Feel it, feel it. Good. Right now we're teaching that glute how to fire. Nice. Get into that other side. Straight leg. Straight. Squeeze the glute, pelvic tilt forward. So you're not here. If you're here, you're able to do a lot more movement here. I want you to keep those abs tight, glutes tight. Okay? All you're moving is at that hip joint. Everything else is tight. Good. Switch sides. Keep it tight. Abs tight, glutes tight. Down and up. Straight, straight leg. Heel goes straight to the ceiling. Good work. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now, take it onto your knees. If you need to fold up your mat, I like to fold my mat just to have extra knee cushion. All right. We're going to be doing a hinge and a bend at those hip flexors. So we're going to come up, pelvic tilt, and then down. Now use the glutes and tighten. Good. Now it comes down to the heels, down to the heels. Good. Squeeze the glutes up. Hands behind the head like a prisoner, down and up. Good. Using those glutes, so you're squeezing those glutes. Knees stay about shoulder width. So we're gonna come down to the top of the feet. Now squeeze the glutes up. Good, now chest comes down, hinge, and up. Okay, knees shoulder width apart. We're going to come down onto the top of those shoes or as far as you can till you're comfortable. Now from here, we're squeezing the glutes in towards each other to stand up. Hands come to the back of the head, or you can cross this way. We're gonna come down, and then when we come up, you squeeze the glutes together again. Okay, so you see those two different movements. It's down, squeeze. Good. Now chest drops to the floor, and to come up, squeeze the glutes together. Down to the shoes, squeeze to come up. Chest comes down, squeeze to come up. Glutes come down, squeeze to come up. Chest comes down, squeeze to come up. Good, so you're squeezing the glutes together and in and upwards. Good, so we're squeezing every time we come up. So when we lift the body up, squeeze the glutes. Come down, hinge, lift, squeeze. Good, squeeze the glutes, down and squeeze. Good job. All right, now we're going to do something that can become quad dominant. This is where we train that muscle to really fire. We're going to be in a lower squat hold. Okay, so let me angle you guys up. I'm going to come up and we're going to have the heels on the floor. We're going to come down into our lower squat. Okay, come down into that low squat. We're going to use the glutes to come up, hold it there, and then all the way up. Okay, so we squeezing the glutes in towards each other and then up. Okay, so it's like an in and up squeeze. All right, driving those feet not only into the floor, but in and push the floor out. So you're pushing out against the floor. Okay, like you want to split the floor apart. So shoulders down and back. We're going to take it down, come halfway up, squeeze the glutes, and then squeeze them more to come up. Good. So it's down all the way, halfway, and then all the way up. So let's go ahead and practice all of that. Good. Down and up, down and up. Keep going. So it's down all the way, halfway up, and squeeze all the way up. Down, halfway, squeeze. Good. Down, halfway, squeeze the glutes to come up. Good. Down, press the ground away with the feet and up. One more. Good. So this is practicing our squats to really get those glutes engaged. Come down, squeeze the glutes up. Good. Down, halfway, squeeze all the way. Down, halfway, squeeze all the way. Down, halfway, squeeze all the way. Good. We're going to practice the same thing, but with a hinge. Okay. So we're going to take those hands behind the head. Okay. Feet shoulder width apart. Come down, drive the feet into the floor and out. Drive and come up. Good. Squeeze the glutes up. So let's point the toes slightly out. Come up, squeeze the glutes and down. Remember that pelvic tilt at the top. So at the top, pelvic tilt, squeeze the glutes. Okay, so feet angled out, chest comes down, squeeze it up, pelvic tilt up top, down and up. Good. Squeezing those glutes. Squeeze, good. This is called a good morning. Abs are super tight. Good work. One more. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to do both now. We're going to be doing that squat. So it's a down quarter squat up. So it's down quarter with the way up and full. Squeezing the glutes. Once we're up top, we're going to come down, squeeze to come up. Okay, here we go. Let's come down halfway and squeeze up. Chest comes down for that hinge. Squeeze the glutes, come up. Come down halfway up. Squeeze it all the way up. Chest comes down, squeeze it all the way up. Good. Come down halfway, squeeze the glutes up. Now hinge and use the glutes to come up, okay? This is just like the floor exercises. Hinge, good. Squat, glutes come up. Hinge and squeeze, come up. Let's do one more. We're gonna stop at the halfway, squeeze the glutes, come up, and then hinge, squeeze the glutes to come up. Beautiful. All right, we're now gonna be working one glute at a time. So we're gonna take one leg all the way back, open it up. From here, pelvic tilt, okay? Tilt your pelvis. All right, keep those hips square, shoulders square to the front. We're gonna come down, okay? And up. Now, right here, I want you to focus on the front leg, the leg, and that foot that's up is driving into the floor. Drive, good. Drive the leg, squeeze the glute. Remember that pelvic tilt here. Squeeze that glute, front leg. Good, so lunges, full lunges or split squats. These are split squats. I want you to focus on getting that leg. Focus on getting that glute. Good, good, good. Keep it going. Squeeze the glute. Good. Switch it over. Now remember that front leg is the one we're working on. So drive that foot into the floor. Pelvic tilt forward. Come down. Drive that front leg into the floor. Drive it down. Press with that glute. Good. Keep it going here. We got one more exercise to fire up that glute. Now, if you want to, you see how I'm kind of coming up onto my toe? That actually helps me to get my glute a little bit more, and it makes my brain remember to fire the glute as I come up throughout that entire rep. You can do that too, but if you're feeling it here, I want you to feel that, get used to that. Let your mind and body get used to that feeling. Good. Now come up. All right, going back to that first leg, we're gonna do the same thing. Split squat to balance. All right, and what that means is we're starting in a split squat, ending up in a balanced position on one leg. Okay, so back to that first leg. Keep it forward here. Come down, pelvic tilt first, come down. Now drive through that heel, stand and balance, squeeze right here. Okay, back out, come up, drive off that leg, squeeze. Squeeze that one glute right there. Good, one more. Squeeze. Now add that hinge, come down and squeeze. And if you need balance, you can keep that toe on the floor. That's totally fine. Okay, so you can come down, squeeze, hinge, and squeeze. So the one that's on the floor, that's what you're squeezing the whole time. Here we go. Come back, straight down. Now squeeze. Good. Step up to balance and hinge forward. Good. One more. Down, squeeze. Squeeze that glute on the way up from this hinge. Hinge forward, squeeze it up. Good. From here, we're going to add a toe. Okay? So toe up. Ready? Down, squeeze, hinge, toe. Down, squeeze, hinge, squeeze, and then a toe. Okay? You should feel that glute. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. Remember, we're constantly pelvic tilting and squeezing the glute. All right, coming back. Come down. Now drive that heel down. Drive it. Come up to balance. Good. And then add that toe. Good. Come back. Down. Now use that heel. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Come up to balance. Squeeze even more. Come onto the toe. Squeeze even more. If you need to hold on to something, you can hold on to the wall right here. Okay. Open up, come down. Now, Push that heel into the floor, pelvic tilt, squeeze the glute up to balance on the toe. Good, bring it back. Come down off of this heel right here, push, squeeze the glute, squeeze, 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 pelvic tilt, toe. Good, and back down. One more, just like that. Down, squeeze, 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 squeeze more. Good, all right. Let's end it with a little burnout. We're gonna bring that mat back. This is our last one for today. Good. Now, these, you're going to have your feet in a diamond shape. You're going to be on your stomach. You want to keep your abs tight so it doesn't transfer into the low back. Heels, pressing those heels into each other as hard as you can. You can make a diamond with your hands and place your forehead in the diamond. Okay, so squeeze those heels together, squeeze. Now you're just going to pulse and try to lift those thighs off the floor. Now, if your thighs are not lifting off the floor, that's okay. I want you to squeeze your glutes together on this one to come up. Squeeze, squeeze, and you're still pushing those heels into each other. Squeeze, come on, 10 seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze harder, 4, come on. Abs tight, 2, squeeze, come on, 3, 2, and hold it up for 1. Hold it, squeeze the glutes, squeeze, squeeze. If you could pulse it up a little higher, go ahead. 3, 2, and 1. Relax and come back into a child's pose. So this is the glute igniter. Whew. In class 1, we learned how to make that brain muscle connection. Class 2, we're igniting those glutes even more. Class 3, we are going to do some more standing stuff, and hopefully everything we learned in class 1 and 2 will translate into class 3, where we're doing more full body, but we're targeting those glutes and really trying to hit those glutes. And if anyone needs a copy of this video, or if you want to share with anyone, let me know.